What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. For today's video we are going to touch on a topic that I truthfully didn't really want to talk about, but considering it's being spoken about so much in the community and I have a lot of knowledge and experience with AI, I'm going to share with you my thoughts and feelings on the Call of Duty AI situation. So without further ado, let's crack on with this. First of all, let's discuss the AI voice acting situation. It's already been confirmed that most of the Call of Duty zombie voice actors are on strike. This is because there is a lack of AI protection in their contracts. Why is this important, you may ask? Well, without AI protections, Activision can remove these voice actors and replace them with AI versions of themselves. This is because once they have the actors' voices, there is nothing to stop them from using it to generate AI voice lines, and this causes two main issues. The first point I'm about to make is actually truly heartbreaking. The voice actors will end up earning less money as they won't even be needed anymore. This is incredibly upsetting as the voice actors are incredibly talented individuals. Some of these voice actors have been working with Call of Duty games for over 15 years. Now there's the potential chance that they can just use AI and replace them like they're absolutely nothing. Now before I move on to the next point, this really genuinely upsets me is imagine you've worked for Call of Duty for 15 plus years for like basically your whole voice acting career. Then Activision comes down one day and says, right, we're not giving you AI protections on your contracts and you have the potential chance of being replaced just like that. We'll just use your voice for a few days and then job done, you're out. We'll give you a bit of money and then we'll just use your voice for everything else via AI. It's completely disgusting, and I hope that they get the treatment and they get their contracts changed ASAP because this is genuinely a disgusting and disturbing situation that we face. So the lack of personality that Call of Duty already has, in my opinion, AI is going to hit the nail on the coffin and Call of Duty will lose all of its personality. This is because, especially in the zombie mode and the campaign, a lot of people sort of relate to these voice actors. They develop emotions and bonds with the characters that they're playing, whether it's on Call of Duty Zombies or on the campaign and stuff like that. And then to know the fact that these are going to be potentially replaced with AI in the future because of the voice actor situation, the way Activision and Treyarch and all the rest of it are developing their games, is a really scary sight, and is probably going to make people not want to play the campaign and not want to play the zombies mode because the characters they're playing are just AI boring clones of what once was the talented voice actors that played them, and that's just going to be truly heartbreaking to see. I can't imagine me playing a Call of Duty Zombies game ever again when it's potentially just all AI generated, and especially with the voice actors, that's going to make me very sad. And I'm pretty sure a lot of the big zombie YouTubers such as Mr. Waffles, Mr. Jarty Day, JD, No J456 to name a few, who have true interest in the zombie storyline, and many millions of other people in the community are probably going to sit there and be like, well, this isn't Richtofen saying this is an AI saying this. The personality is just going to be completely revoked, and it's going to be a real shame. And I think Activision and Treyarch and Infinity Ward and whoever came up with this AI madness needs to sit down at the table and think, right, is this a good thing or a bad thing? Because they've got to recognize that at the end of the day, they've got to make money. I'm not saying Activision's the best thing at the end of the day, but Activision will lose so much money, I reckon, if they keep using AI. To develop their games further, because we've already seen the backlash from this in other points that I'll make in this video, and the voice acting is genuinely going to have a massive negative impact from that. But not only that, it's not even about Activision, because let's be honest, Activision makes billions and billions of dollars every single year from Call of Duty games alone and other games that they have out there. They've not got issue with money, but that's not the point. The point is, it's just so soul draining for all the fans and the bonds and all the rest of it that I've mentioned before. It's really genuinely depressing situation, and the amount of jobs that are on the line just from the voice acting alone is actually insane. Think about it. Imagine Captain Price in the Modern Warfare series being an AI actor. Imagine Richtofen, instead of being Noel North, for example, is going to be an AI actor. You get the drift. It's disturbing to even think about, to be quite honest with you. And I think it's genuinely just sad. I know I keep saying how sad it is, but how can I not say it? It's probably one of the worst parts of this AI situation that we're in. But there's something that I'd argue that could even be potentially be worse for the Call of Duty franchise. And let's talk about the AI generated art that's sneaking into the game. Up next, let's discuss the AI generated art that's been appearing in Call of Duty Black Ops 6. Here is a lovely example of what this AI generated art looks like. As you can see, we've got a lovely Christmas zombie on display here, but you probably noticed something. Why has this man got 6 fingers? Last time I checked, I have 5 fingers and every other human being, zombie, whatever have you, has 5 fingers. This clearly shows to me that there's no quality control whatsoever going on in the AI department. They've clearly just hit the generate AI button, not generate AI, but generate art button or whatever they do, and they've just spat it out and gone, yeah, that looks okay, no problem, and not put any thought into it whatsoever. This just shows a lack of care from both Activision and Treyarch, in my opinion. Not so much Treyarch, because they're probably forced to do this, but the fact that they're not even willing to check that the art and the quality of it is at a reasonable standard is unbelievable. And customers who work hard for their money have got to pay for this crap. It's absolutely ridiculous. As everyone already knows, Activision just simply cares about money. While I said before that I think Activision will lose money by making Call of Duty AI only eventually, because we all know it's going to happen, but more on that topic in a little while. I still think they're doing this just to cut costs. They're just going, you know what, let's get rid of all our staff that do voice lines and all our developers. That's what's going to happen eventually. And it'll just be hit the generate button and a new Call of Duty will be released. That is how AI works, and you'll be surprised because AI runs on a system called machine learning. And the more it does something, the more it learns, just like a human really, but eventually it'll be able to do things better than a human does because AI is prone to making less mistakes along the road compared to a human being. So therefore games will just be released by a few buttons and then AI will do the rest of it. It's very scary stuff. But it's just becoming even more clear in Activision's part that this is just shows how much they genuinely don't care. No AI protections for its voice actors, and the fact that all this artwork's going on is absolutely wild. Because let's think about this for a second and imagine this. Imagine a place where you've got talented artists who work tirelessly for hours and hours and hours on all these calling cards and all the graphics for the video game, and all the rest of it to make the experiences more customizable and personal as possible for the Call of Duty community. Well, Activision don't like that, so they've gone, forget that, forget the developers, forget the people that make the art, blah blah blah. Let's just get rid of them as well. Let's just start letting AI do all the work. That's what's going to happen eventually. We're going to have no artists. And you think the developers are safe? Absolutely not. Like I said before, it just takes a bit of machine learning over the next few years, and Activision will be making Call of Duty games without any human beings whatsoever. People might think I'm talking absolute rubbish, but this is the reality of it, and this is what's going to happen. And yes, I still think, like I said, Activision will lose money by doing this because I think this is the wrong move. I generally think they haven't thought this through, but in retrospect, it could also make them more money. I know it sounds like a really weird thing to say because I'm thinking they'll lose money, but they'll make money. But they'll lose money on sales, but they'll save a lot of money on development. So overall, their profits will probably be higher. And who wants to give Activision more money, right? Because they definitely don't have enough of it as it is. They're so poor, it's unbelievable. I mean, there's just so many problems here. You know, I'm lost for words. Yeah, that's the situation I'm in right now. Money, I got money, I got. Before I move on to talking about the next Call of Duty game, can we just talk about how poorly timed this is to bring out this AI revolution thing now? Why did Activision decide, actually, you know what, we'll wait till the middle of the game's life cycle, not the middle, but when the game's out, we'll just start throwing AI in there. We'll just randomly do it right in the middle of the game, and it's doing so well, we'll just chuck it in right then and annoy everyone. That's exactly what they've done. And the fact that the voice actors are like leaving zombies and stuff like that, going on strike or whatever have you, and they're replacing the voice actors is absolutely heartbreaking. Now, they actually haven't officially replaced the voice actors with AI or anything like that. I think they've just got new actors at the moment, but we know it's inevitable. We know Activision wants to go in that direction, for example. But like, why do it in the middle of the in the middle of the life cycle? The zombie storyline in particular is doing really, really well at the moment, and I'm actually starting to like most of the characters and the voice actors. Then just to throw all that away because you're making stupid business decisions and ruining not only the jobs of the actors that do the voices, but the community is going to be torn apart. Because I think if you don't have good voice actors in your game that don't know the characters well, X, Y, Z, it's just going to ruin everything. It's going to tear everything apart. And that is just down to these scummy business practices that has imposed. I mean, I'd actually be more appreciative if they came out and said that this year's COD was going to be AI right from the get go, instead of sort of drip feeding it us bit by bit. And that's what they're probably going to be doing throughout this whole game. So already starting with the AI art, they're doing it with some of the voice actors. I bet when we get to about DLC 2 or DLC 3, a lot of this game will be more AI generated than we think. And then when it comes to the next Call of Duty, which I'm going to discuss in a second, it's going to be a whole lot worse. So let's discuss the next Call of Duty game. So the rumours, and I'm pretty sure it's confirmed at this point, that it's going to be a sequel to Black Ops 2. Once again, Treyarch leading the development, but unfortunately Activision is by their side. So obviously what's going to actually happen, I think, is they're going to use Black Ops 6 as a bit of a test to see what they can sort of get away with and what they can do with AI. And that's what this game is essentially. I think it's a big AI experiment where they're going to strip feed us little bits of pieces of AI here and there. But then in the future Call of Duty, like this next Black Ops game, I think there's going to be more AI. And then the game after that, more AI. Until we get to a point, like I said previously in the video, that the whole game is just going to be AI generated. And that is what's going to happen. And people might not like what I'm saying, but that is the reality. But there's a few issues with the AI and how they're using it, because AI can genuinely be good. It can do good things. It can really be helpful for development processes. And if it's controlled correctly, which I'm going to discuss in a second, then it's perfect. However, it's not so perfect when they don't do quality control, and it's already evident by the calling cards and the artwork that they're doing for this game at the moment that they've not done any quality control whatsoever. How on earth can you miss out with this zombie having 6 fingers? That clearly wasn't intentional, and if it was, that's just stupid, straight up, no ifs, no buts. But that shows that they've got no care and what's it. I'm pretty sure there was a video that I saw about Axeman made where there's a calling card of a zombie throwing a snowball and it looks like popcorn or something as well. Again, lack of quality control and lack of care. And is this the attitude that they're showing now? Imagine what they'll show in other areas of development. What if, imagine the voice acting? They might just end up just shoving that in an AI generator and then just going, oh, that sounds all right, job done, not even listen to it properly. And people might think, oh, you're just being horrible. They probably do all this stuff, but people make mistakes. But not mistakes as big as that. And the fact that they made that mistake with the fingers is completely unforgivable because it's a very, very blatantly obvious mistake. It's not like they missed a pixel or two or painted something in the wrong colour by accident or the wrong shade or whatever. They've missed a very blatant and obvious mistake, and it's absolutely shameful that the customers and all the rest of it are paying for this game, and this is what they're trying to do. It's unbelievable. And when they start releasing AI generated games eventually in the Call of Duty franchise further down the line, what I'm going to actually be thinking is we're actually paying what, probably $100 for the game at this point, because I reckon that's when I reckon about the next 5 or 10 years is when Call of Duty will be truly AI. We're paying Activision and these developers to essentially just click the AI button, move a little few things around and release the game. There won't be any work put into the games anymore. There'll be no passion, there'll be no love, and there'll be no devotion. And it will literally be the gaming world of AI, and that is frightening to think about. Anyway, before I end the video, I just want to give one message to Activision, and that is just stop with this AI stuff at the moment. I understand it's probably going to happen at some point, and that's the future of gaming development. I completely support you on that, but you're clearly not ready for it at the moment based on what you've been releasing so far. There's a lot more testing to do, and I don't think using an official Call of Duty game that is already released is a good idea to test it on. Test it on your own systems in private and make sure it actually works before releasing it to the public, because your quality control with the calling cards is absolutely disgraceful. And also, just treat your voice actors with more respect, give them the contracts they deserve, and just say there's AI protections in place to ensure they won't be replaced by AI anytime soon. And I know eventually they probably will be replaced with AI, but you've got to make sure you've got the right systems in place. And at the moment, you just haven't, because you're clearly just not thinking this through whatsoever. You're just jumping on the bandwagon and just go for the AI thing as quickly as possible, but without much thought into it, and there's no love and passion, and you need to change that attitude quickly, otherwise you're going to lose your franchise. And I know people might say it's Call of Duty will never die, but trust me, if they get the AI wrong, they will make these games look so bad that it won't be Call of Duty anymore. And yes, it will kill the franchise. We'll have no campaign, we'll have no zombies, no multiplayer, no Warzone, no nothing. This is what Activision needs to think about, because the customers who've devoted their 10 to 15 years of playing Call of Duty deserve the respect they deserve. But every single Call of Duty, actors, developers, everyone deserves the respect. And you're not giving it to us at the moment. So please, when you're moving forward with this AI stuff, please think about the implications of what you're doing, and please do it in a way where everyone benefits, and don't just do it for your personal growth. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys for the next video. Peace out.